And here we are, the final stage process of the Heka codes, of the manifestation process. Heka. This is his platform. This is the God, Heka, depicted like this. Okay, this is what you'll see on hieroglyphs. He'll look like this. And the reason he looks like this is because his arms are reaching out for God. Okay, he's reaching up for that God consciousness, because it's that oneness wisdom. Oneness wisdom is Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is your I am presence, and your I am presence is your higher self, and it's all in here. So it's for us to go through this manifestation process to understand how to work with Heka. We have to understand that we are God, that's the oneness, and that is how the alchemy, that is how Heka really, really, truly works, because it comes from an embodiment of one. Okay, and that is where we're fast approaching. This is why we're going from as above, below, as above, so below, so within, so without. That's the process. That's why we're doing this. So your Heka will be kind of like at certain levels of potency, all depending on how much work you've done to clear the shadow and the blockages that prevents you from coming into oneness, to actually understanding and knowing and accepting that you truly are part of it all. That you truly are the I am presence. That is what we're working towards here. So that is why Heka has his arms depicted here, reaching out for God. So as I said in the very, very first video, when the people used to pray to the Egyptian gods, they would give their prayers, and then the gods would go, okay, cool. And then they would go and pull from the energy and frequency and access the Heka, bringing it down to them into the people. So even Heka's higher than the gods, but they all knew that they were oneness wisdom. So they just pulled it up like that because they were part of it all, right? That's what we're working towards. So going through the process, so we've done video 1, which is all about seer, the vision. Video 2, which is Hugh, all about kind of breathing life into your creation, okay? Because he's the God of Utterance, he's the spoken word, all to do with the throat chakra and everything like that. So now we move into Heka. So you've gone through this process, coming into land, happy days, creation's happening, starting to build your idea in the physical realms, and then this is kind of like the big activating factor. And when we get to this stage in Heka, when we go through the mentorship process, or even the groups, when we get to this process, this is when the lights just come on, because not only do you activate your idea in the fullness, you get a clear line of sight as to what it looks like in the future. And it's almost like you get a Heka business plan, where you're just like, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm going to be doing on week 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's what you want. You want organization. Energy loves order. Okay. And that is where the divine masculine template meets with the divine feminine template. It becomes one. And then you just tapped into this all the time. Okay. So with Heka, like I've said before, the Heka codes as a template, basically vision, let's say coming into land, and then obviously what it looks like in the world, right? You can already have an existing project that didn't go so well. You can land that into the Heka codes formula, and you'll be able to feel like you do your hands as you run over an oracle card or something like that. See where the heat is to pick a card. You can actually feel where it all went wrong. If it didn't come out to the maximum level that you wanted it to, you could feel where it all went wrong. Or if it did go pretty well, there's always an up level of that. So place your idea into the Heka codes template and meditate with that, working with Sia, Hugh and Heka. I meditate with them and I kind of tap in, and they give me ideas and vision on how I can bring it up to the next level. It happens all the time with the tablets of light. Already I'm organizing a second tour to go in Egypt, and I know exactly what that looks like. So when you have vision, you have creative access. You have access to the creation codes, right? And then you just you're ready to do this. It becomes less and less scary the more and more that you do it. But what you're doing with Heka is he's slowly activating this memory that through thought, intention, and basically walking forward and basically being so focused on that and belief and trust and knowing, Heka, you create something. You know what I mean? Because remember what I said before, everything in alchemy is formulas, right? Power of 3, intention plus action equals creation. That's it, and that's all. We've just got so tangled up in the complexity of something which is just so illusionary. It's really that simple. So you start baby steps. And let me tell you, I am a baby steps person, which is why I've been able to apply Heka in everything that I do. And I tell you what, honestly, like all of a sudden it's a lot less scary. And I'm now feeling a lot more free in my being because I'm not fearful of any outcomes, that it's not going to happen, or, you know, I'm going to be blocked or whatever. It's now that I'm working with what is my most natural energy and superpower, I'm happy to be here. I'm ready to live, because now I'm in a world where I'm like, well, yeah, I want to create stuff. And look, let's keep it real. I'm still in my human aspects. I'm not sat here like, you know, going, oh, everything's wonderful and I'm in a Disney bloody movie. You know what I mean? There are days when it's quite hard. But I'm just saying, if I compare what I am now in comparison to what I was before I started working with Heka, in comparison, you know, to before all of this, let me tell you, 2 worlds apart. So I am coming from a place of pure authenticity, because remember, I came from places of nervous breakdowns, scarcity, lack, drug addiction, you know, just loneliness and all the rest of it. And it's like, yeah, I've got a story. We all have. And I've walked a path. I went to places which scared the living bejesus out of me, because I had to go there on my own. Sacred missions and expeditions to go and retrieve my soul parts so I could remember all this, because this was my mission, to do this and then share this with you, for those that resonate with it, especially my Egyptian peeps out there, because you understand Heka, you get it, you know it. And when I'm talking, you're like, this is landing in a weird way, because you know it. So I want to share this with you because I'm doing the Tablets of Light tour. I'm doing all of this stuff I'm sharing with you. But what do you got in your backsack? Hey? What happens if you do this Heka sprinkling magic dust over what you've got in your backsack? You know, what's in there? Pull it out. It's time to get going now. So this is basically, this is Heka. So this is the process. And you know what? Once you know this template, right, there ain't no going back. Right? Because once you know it, it's ancient philosophy. It goes back to Thoth times. You know, the same as the 7 Hermetic principles. This is not anything new that I'm sharing with you. I'm just giving you a modern day jive on it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like ancient wisdom, modern day living. So that's why I brought the Tablets of Light forward now, because the bottom line is that once you move through the Heka, the Tablets of Light tour is designed in a way that it is Heka. Once you come out the other end, you should know exactly what you're doing. Not should, you will know exactly what you're doing. It's a one-time hit. It's not like, let me buzz with this for a while and then we go and do some more workshops and that. Once you know your own divinity, once you know your Heka, why would you need to go and learn anything else? Not unless it's fun and it's go learn how to hula hoop. Yeah, brilliant. Do that. Do you know what I mean? But not through a place of seeking. Once you know thyself, then you know yourself. To know thyself is to know God. And you are God. You're Heka. You're Heka. We all are Heka. I get very excited about this because it's just fun, and it's real. It's truth. Anyway, as always, I will put the link underneath my video for my circle community. All of this stuff is in there. You can access the mini masterclass in there. And also as well, I'm always doing lives and talking about stuff like this. And a lot of my Tablets of Light tour stuff is in there as well. And just whatever I'm feeling at the time. And it's a beautiful community over there. So please come over and join us. Otherwise, I'm going to say Heka out. And I will, no doubt, connect with you soon. But thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time.